to try something this season. I've decided that this is now season 2 of the show since we took our long summer hiatus. Something we wanted to do with the first season, never really quite got it all gelled up. We've got it going now, and that is to do some interviews. And the interviews will either be live here or on Skype, which is a video conferencing technology where we can do a live video conference and do some live interviews. And our first interview is going to be with Winter Balefire. She is a writer and a poet. It's really kind of hard to put her stuff into a category. It is kind of unique, a little on the dark side, but she's got a really unique point of view. Her writing is very personal and very personal to her, and we thought she would be a great first interview to kick off this segment. So here it is, our interview with Winter Balefire.
Well, welcome to the show. Let's start off first. How did you get started writing?
I started mostly just like basic preteen, teenage angst, I guess. And what I discovered with that was it just really let me know a little bit more about what I was actually truly going through. It was a good venting process. It was a good way to, I guess, deal with everything that I was going through at that time in my life. I think the best way that I could describe it was Jim Morrison had said that people are afraid of themselves, people are afraid of their reality and their feelings most of all. And I just think it was a better way to deal with things than drugs or alcohol, and I felt a lot better after I did it. So that's basically why I got started, was just as a therapeutic thing for me.
How has it changed since then?
Definitely, as I've matured, it has become a little bit even more real, actually. I look back at things that I wrote maybe 10 years ago, and it just seems so almost light compared to now. Not that life has gotten worse, life has actually gotten better, but I just think with maturity, the writing matures as well.
What drives you to keep writing?
Like I said, it's the best way to release emotion. It's the best way to release anger, pain, hurt, even happiness at times. It just makes me feel a lot better. It's just, I'm always inspired. Something always inspires me, whether it's just life in general, just something basic, and I'll project that onto paper.
How would you describe your writing? The stuff I've read that you've posted, it doesn't fit neatly into any one category. How would you describe it?
That's my purpose. I don't want it to fit into one category because everybody goes through things differently. Everybody sees things differently. Someone else may be feeling or thinking the same thing, even if they do think it's dark, even if they do think it's, even a little bit twisted. I just wanted to me, that's better. Someone saying, yeah, I know exactly what you're going through versus, everything's going to be okay one day. Anybody can tell you everything's going to be okay, but to actually know that at that moment someone else can relate, that's what I wanted. Genre is just, I don't like being in a genre.
So how would you describe it?
Indescribable? I don't know. That's a really tough one.
If I was going to tell someone about your writing, what would be one sentence that would describe it?
One sentence that would describe it. Pure raw emotion. That's about it. That's the best way I can put it. Because it's ever changing, and it goes through phases and stages, and that's it.
Who are your biggest influences?
Biggest influences are definitely, like I said earlier, Jim Morrison. Edgar Allan Poe, for sure. Uh, Anne Rice, the writers who really went into kind of the darker, more deeper, emotional writings. More current, definitely different songwriters as well, Amy Lee, and just, I think a lot of, Emily Dickinson, just a lot of the older stuff too. It just, when I was in high school and we had to read a lot of that stuff, it just really connected with me and really hit me pretty well. So I still go back to a lot of that stuff too. I think a lot of it shows through too with my writing a little bit too, a little bit of the more mysterious kind of, just, well, I guess dark, a lot of people say dark, but, so, yeah.
You're also involved with some paranormal stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I am the paranormal writer for paganpages.org. I do Paranormal Path, which is an article that I talk about different, supernatural things. I've done everything from, talking about Ouija boards to talking about residual haunting versus the intelligent hauntings. My last one that came out last month was ghost hunting basics, so that people can look into a little bit about, if they do decide to go into actual ghost hunting, basic things to look for. And then the one that's coming out next month is going to be about the paranormal activity that's around the White House. So just, it's a little bit mix of everything. But as long as it's supernatural, as long as it's paranormal, then that goes into that article as well. So I do a little bit more than just the poetry stuff.
Does that ever cross over or mesh with your more creative stuff?
Absolutely. And I think it's because since I'm also a practicing witch, I think being in touch with the inner self and the outer world, I think it definitely connects sometimes, and it just has to do with having a profound understanding of who you are and everything around you, and that heightened sensitivity of the energy. So that definitely helps.
When you tell people that you're a practicing witch, what is the kind of reaction you get?
Oh, first reaction is always devil worshiper, evil, stuff like that. A lot of people don't realize that it just has to do with nature and the energy in nature and the energies around us, and that we actually don't even believe in the Christian devil. It has nothing, it's just funny. So it never, and unless there's people who actually take the time to educate themselves on the different, religions and the different beliefs around them, sometimes I'm surprised and people tend to understand a little bit more, but usually I get a bad reaction first off. They automatically think I'm going to do some evil spell and, turn them into a frog or something, so,
Yeah, they're looking for the broom?
Exactly, which I have around here somewhere, but, yeah.
How does that reaction, or does that reaction ever fit into how you write, or what you write?
I think so, because not only do I write about my own emotions, but also the way other people tend to perceive and the way other people tend to react to certain things, just about human nature in general sometimes. So definitely, yeah, I think it, it adds into it a little bit.
If there's one thing you want people to take away from seeing you and hearing you speak, what do you think it'd be?
Oh, wow. I think that with the writing, and people tend to think that, I'm this dark, gothic, depressed person, and I'm not. I have a career, I have a social life, it's just my way of dealing with things. Some people prefer to some people escape their reality, with drugs or alcohol or, whatever. And I choose to confront it. And if something's bothering me or something's, hurting or something's, angering me, I just put it on the paper. And that's my best way of releasing all of that. So
Awesome.
that's, I'm a normal person.
How can people find you?
I have my website, which is winterbalefire.com. And I also, of course, have Facebook and MySpace, the same name. So.
Awesome. Well, folks, if you're interested in reading some of Winter's stuff, or also you're on Pagan Pages, right?
I am on paganpages.org. It's you go to Pagan Pages and then you click on Paranormal Path, and those are my articles. And the articles are actually under my real name, so Winter's just my pen name.
So if you want to read that stuff, you can go to paganpages.org or go to winterbalefire.com. Winter, I want to thank you very much for coming on, and it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the interview, and we really want to say thank you for Winter for a great interview and a great first one. So, she was our initial guinea pig for this, and we want to thank her for her patience in helping us get this thing off the ground. If there's someone you'd like to see us interview, let us know. Or if you've got a story to tell, you've got something you want to kick off, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to work with you, see if we can get you on the air, or try to get your request on the air. You can contact myself or Terry, and our links are in the credits at the end of the show. And just let us know who you'd like to see on the air. We'll be right back.